By far, one of my favorite all-time quotes of Andrew Tate is this. He would say that the secret to the universe is this. If you actually tried your best, you wouldn't lose. You can't lose. That's the secret. If you truly, really tried your hardest and tried your best, you can't lose. That is so true on so many different levels. If you're new here, I'm a fire engineer, EMT. I'm always doing special operations and stuff in my department. And one thing I'm going through is dive school, dive training, how to be a rescue diver, recovery diver, all that stuff. It's hard or whatnot. But mind you, I didn't know how to swim a few months ago. I did not know how to swim a few months ago. Now, I'm about to start rescue dive class. So long story short, there are 4 phases for our dive team. There are 4 phases of training. You have your open water, you have your, you can say like advanced diver, like, navigation, deep dive, night dive, limited visibility, as well as just a lot of underwater navigation. And then your 3rd phase is your rescue diver phase. That's what I'm about to do. And then the last phase is PSD, or public safety diver. The last phase is kind of the hardest because that is, you're just diving in complete black darkness, like if you're diving in like a dirty lake, a dirty pond, a dirty river. How to dive in that where you can't see at all and be able to search and find stuff and find cars, people, whatnot, if you're trying to find a victim. So I couldn't swim a few months ago. Like, I just really started swimming a lot, and that quote that Andrew Tate said is true. Like, I know for me, and I can only talk about my experiences, what I've lived in life, what I've seen and heard. If I make it on the dive team, I'll be the 2nd black person in my department's history to be a diver on the dive team, a rescue diver. The 2nd black person in my department has been around for 200 years, before the Civil War. So it's hard, yes, duh, obviously. But yet again, I knew the risk. I knew I wanted to do this. This is a goal, a child goal of mine to do. And I knew it's hard, but I don't care. I want to do it anyway. So I saw there's a swim test for the team to do that. You have to meet a swim test. Well, there's a couple, but the swim test for PSD is the hardest. It's like a low-key Navy SEAL almost test where you're doing a 500-meter swim in like under 14 minutes. Then you tread water for 15 minutes. And then at the end of the 15 minutes, the last 2 minutes, you have to tread water with no hands. Then you do like an 800-meter swim with fins and goggles, and like this all at one time. So it's hard, right? And I knew that. So what did I do? I started swimming every day. I started swimming every other day. And now I went from not being able to swim to now I can swim 500 meters. Now I can 15-minute water tread, and I can actually do this stuff now, which is crazy to say. Like, I literally, it's hard for you to understand. Like, beforehand, I knew how to doggy paddle for about a minute. Not even that, and then I get tired, and I just could not do anymore. That's literally that's how good of a swimmer I was. Doggy paddle for about 30 seconds, then I'd be tired, done. Now, 15-minute water tread, now 500-meter swim, now 800-meter fins and goggles swim, like crazy. So that's the point. If you actually tried your best, you wouldn't lose. Like, that is so true on so many different levels. Like, yes, you can go and cope and say, well, life can happen. Oh, well, I could break my femur. Well, I could die tomorrow. Okay, yeah, you can make excuses and cope. But like, obviously, we're talking about most of the time, if you really, like 95% of the time, if you really tried, you could do it. Like, seriously. Like, if you really locked in, if you really wanted it bad enough, you could do it. That's the whole point of all this. That most all the time, people fail because they don't want it bad enough. They don't really want it. Yeah, they don't want it. I read a book a while ago called The Mystery Method and The Game. They're 2 really good books on like how to talk to girls and whatnot, and just like understanding what girls like, understanding what girls are looking for in a guy, what girls are attracted to, because obviously you don't know that in school. If you're not just naturally like a ladies guy, you don't really know what girls are attracted to. You don't really know what to say when you talk to a girl. You don't know what to trigger and how to trigger attraction. And so I read these books. They're very good books. If you want to read them, it's The Game, and then it's also The Mystery Method. The Mystery Method book. Just look that up. It's a very good book. Anyway, in that book, it talks about these guys, these pickup artists that very ugly, not good looking, not handsome at all, short, balding, that were terrible girls. But they've never had any success with girls at all in their life, at all, ever. And that's, a dream they wanted to have, of having a girlfriend, having a beautiful girlfriend. And so what do these guys do? These guys that were not handsome, that were not good looking, what do? They push themselves every week to talk to people, to talk to girls, to go out to clubs, to bars, whatever, to talk to girls, to get better with interacting with girls. And fast forward only a year, these guys are some of the best pickup artists, and you could say whatever about them, but like, these guys can attract beautiful women. It's a fact. You can look it up on YouTube. Like, these guys went from not having a girlfriend ever, being virgins till they're 28, terrible to talk to women, don't know anything, versus a year later, versus 2 years later, the girls are talking with the girls that their wives or their girlfriends are beautiful, that they actually are good with talking to girls, that they are attractive, but they still look the same. They're not jacked, they're not tall, they still aren't they're not good looking. But just through sheer repetition of, hey, I want to get better at this skill, I'm not going to give up. In 1 year's time, these guys are talking to the most beautiful girls. These guys are able to attract women, period. They went from not even talking to girls to being able to attract any girl they want. And so the idea and the point of that is that they just wanted it. Like, they understood it's going to be hard. Like, I know the swim stuff's going to be hard. Like, I've had many close calls in the dives and stuff. Like, it's been hard. It's been a lot of times I didn't want to do it. I'll be honest. Like, it's hard, but I knew that before I did this. I knew, it has to be hard. But for me, I was like, I want to at least try it. And then once it started, I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. That'd be lame. So I got to see it through now. I mean, so that's how it is. Like, yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, you have to anticipate life is going to throw a bunch of, for better terms, BS. It's going to throw a lot of stuff at you. Life is going to kick you in the nuts. That's going to happen. And you can't really brace for a kick in the nuts. You can't. It sucks. But you're just going to have to know it's coming and keep going. Like, life does that all the time. That's normal for life. You have to know it's going to happen and still want it anyway, and still try to find a way and still adapt. But that's it. If you really want to do anything, like, if you really tried your hardest, you wouldn't fail. For me, another one, like, I have so many different examples of just doing hard things, difficult things, and whatnot. For my EMT in my rope rescue class, I'm being a rope, so I'm doing like the other stuff and like the certain rescue disciplines. And a few months ago, maybe like 6 months ago, I got my rope rescue technician level. That's like the highest level of rope rescue you can have for like low angle, high angle, whatnot. And that was another hard test. It's like everything about ropes, knots, pulley systems, hauling systems, descending, ascending up a line, any type of tool. Like, you're learning everything about ropes, about rope rescue, anything about it, you're learning it. And that was a hard test. My EMT was a hard test. And for both those tests, what did I do? I said, hey, I want to pass this. I need to pass it. I need to. So I'm going to study all week and stay up all night till I know the stuff, till I pass the first try. And what I do, I pass the first try. There wasn't an excuse. Like, I knew either I pass this EMT or I don't make it. That's how it is. That's how it is with a lot of these tests in the fire department and all this stuff. Like, either you pass the test or you don't make it. So there is no plan B. For my fire academy, it was 7 months long. It sucked. It was funny, but it sucked. And for the test there, you had 3 times to fail a test. If you failed 3, you're out of the you're kicked out, booted out, bye. Didn't matter how long you've been in the academy for, 3 months, 4 months, guys got booted out because they failed 3 tests. That's how it was. Me knowing that, I know there is no excuse. Like, I can't afford to fail 3 tests. So I put my head down and I studied all night. And before tests, I'd have all-nighters because I knew there was not an option to fail. I'm not finna go in this academy and get tortured for 5 months to only get kicked out because I failed a test. Like, no, it's not gonna happen, because that's how it is. No matter how good you are, no matter how far you are, if you fail 3, you're kicked out, bye. All the time, it's wasted. You wasted 5 months, 7 months of your life. So it's like, If you want it bad enough, you do it. You make it. So that's it. So if you want more stuff like this, actually how to do it, if you want to learn how to live your best life, I have a self-improvement course down below where I talk about stuff like this, goal setting, making money online, understanding attraction, all that stuff is very good. It's only like 20 bucks. This is a good steal. And also I have a martial art course. I do martial arts, as you see stuff in the background. And that's only 10 bucks, and that's it. So I hope I helped, and stay safe. Keep trying, keep training, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.